Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in my new Facebook group for tutoring. I'm excited to have everyone here, and I hope that we can have a lot of fun and learn some things and make cool art over the next coming months. So I wanted to do a very quick overview of the interface in Adobe Illustrator. I made this video once and it ended up being 20 minutes long, and nobody wants to watch this for 20 minutes. So I'm going to try and do a quicker tour so that it doesn't get so boring. It's pretty basic stuff. I will try to not ramble too much. With that being said, a couple disclaimers. I'm very new to making videos and talking and then having to listen to myself talk. So I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. I'll probably mess up. I'll probably stumble over words. So bear with me. And of course, it's real life over here. I'm a student. I do freelance. I have a boyfriend, a teenage son, pets. So there may be interruptions, background noises, and I apologize for that. So let's go ahead and get started so that this doesn't end up too long again. So when you open up Illustrator, this is the screen that should come up. So real quick, we're not going to worry about anything in here right now. All I want you to do is create a new document, pick letter, pick whatever, it doesn't matter, and hit create. I just want to get you in here. So go ahead and do me a favor and go up to this button up here. These are presets. Go to Essentials Classic. And there we go. If it doesn't look like this, then do what I did and go up to Reset Essentials Classic, and it will go back to the default. So I want to start over here on the left with Tools. This is your tool panel. These contain all the tools for making and editing your artwork. These are things like your shapes, your pen tool, selection tools. All of these tools are grouped with related tools. So if it has more than one tool, you'll see this arrow down here. If you press and hold, you'll get the other options. And if you choose something else, then that's what's here for on the top. You can pull this out if you don't like the way this is. I generally leave it just the way this is, but that works for my screen. You may have a different screen size. There's a button right here. You can click that and you can make it shorter, so that makes this 2 columns. You can also pull this whole thing off and put it wherever works best for you. So then sometimes I'll accidentally pull it off. So remember, if that happens, you just push it all the way over to the edge of the screen until you get that blue line, let go, and it will reset. And then if you want it back to 1 column, you can push that button. One other cool thing about tools real quick is if there's something you're using a lot of, say you're using the pen tool and its related tools a lot, you can hit this button over here on the flyout menu and it will pop it out into its own movable bar here. And then you can just switch between the tools very quickly. So when you're done, if you don't want this out anymore, you just hit that X. It's still over here to be able to pull out again if you need to. So tools, go down to about here. Down here are some color options. We can go over those at another time. And then these are some drawing and screen options. Up here across the top is the control panel. So this displays options for your currently selected object. So if you draw a circle, this panel up here will change to match, change depending on what you have selected and what tool you have selected. So up here I have color and stroke, alignment options, But when I switch to, say, the type tool, and I put some type up here, it changes to options that are more related to this type. Over here on the right are called panels, and these help you monitor and modify your work. They have things like color, brushes, stroke. All of these also have this hamburger menu up here, and a lot of them have extra options that don't always show at first. So if I'm doing a tutorial and you're not seeing the whole thing, and I'll mention it when I do it, go up here and hide or show options. Okay. These are grouped. You can group them in your own ways, but these are over here on this shortcut bar. And if you don't know what they are, by the picture, you will eventually. You can drag that out. You just drag in between here and resize those so you can actually see what they're called. You can also pull these tabs off. Say I'm working with my swatches panel a lot and I'm tired of going back and opening it. I pull it over here and it's open for me to be able to use. If there's a few panels that you are continually using, you can pull this other one out, and we'll see that blue line, you can stick them together, and then you can move this whole thing. You can resize the panels by going in between, dragging. Unlike the tools, if I close this, these do disappear. So if you're looking for a panel and you don't know where it is, go up to Window. This is where all of your panels live, in this large section here. So I can open up my color panel again. And I think it was my layers panel. Oh, there it is, swatches and panel, swatches and layers. So then, okay, I want that back up there. So I pull this tab back up into this group. See how these three are grouped together? These tabs relate to these three. We'll put my layers right in here, and you can put them in any group you want. So it's very customizable. So what we did over here, these are presets for how this is set up. When you open it up, it will probably look like this. This is the new Essentials kind of default interface. And what they did in an update with this new Essentials is they actually got rid of this control panel up top and put all that information over here in this Properties tab. So I am actually old school. I learned like this, and this is, you know, I guess I don't want to change my ways. And since I'm seeing double here, I close this, close both of these out, because I want this screen real estate. I want all of this to be able to be worked on. I know that was super fast, and it's not important that you completely understood everything, but you kind of get the gist of it. I remember going in and being a little bit lost on where to find something, or like when I closed one of these panels and it disappeared. Oh no, I broke things. If you ever do feel like you've broken your interface and you're like, I can't find anything, I've made a giant mess, you've got stuff pulled out, you just go into, okay, I like to work in Essentials Classic. That's where I'm at. You just go to Reset Essentials. So if I like pull that out and that over here, Reset Essentials Classic, it will go back to its default. You can actually also save a workspace. That's what these are called. So if you have a setup that you really, really like and the tools that you use often, you can save it as your own workspace here. Give it a name. and then it will go up here as a choice. Okay, I know that was fast, but I wanted to make this not a long, rambly, confusing thing. So let me know if you have questions in the comments. And next video, I'll probably start talking a little bit more about the first basic tools you want to learn how to use and get comfortable with. All right, thanks everybody. I hope you have a great week at school.